Sorry about that, you guys. The screen for some reason the camera keeps sliding. I don't know why this camera doing that, but whatever. There ain't nothing I can do about it. It's the only camera I got. Besides my like phone camera. But yeah, man, it's like everybody needs a safe environment, a safe place that's like free of judgment that you can come to where you can express yourself and someone genuinely listens to what you have to say. Because I know as people we battle depression and anxiety, stress, you know, loneliness, um, what else? Suicidal tendencies, suicidal thoughts, um, feeling like you have no one to talk to, feeling like you're the only one in the world that truthfully understands yourself or truthfully cares about what you're talking about. I know as people we have that feeling, um, or feeling like you're not really truthfully important to anyone, you know, or feeling like you don't have anyone to just, sit down and kind of just like hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have a friend where you could just sit down and you can shoot, eat some Cheetos with, or someone to hang out with at 3 o'clock in the morning and run to freaking 7-Eleven and get you some freaking chips and shit. Because when I was young, I had friends I could do that. I used to have friends where it was like, man, I'll spend the night at the house during the summertime, and it was like we would leave the house, go to 7-Eleven, go and eat chips and buy snacks, and I used to do that with my cousin all the time. I had a lot of friends like that when I was young. And then when I got older, once I turned, I want to say like 20, I didn't really have nobody like that around no more. You know, I felt like I didn't have anyone to really like trust per se. You know what I'm saying? And we all go through that. We all feel like we don't have a person that we can trust to be comfortable around, express ourselves around, without them telling all our business, without them judging the things that we're telling them, without them trying to bully us about the things that we might be into. Um, for some people, you might be hiding your sexual orientation from somebody or something like that because you scared of bullying or whatever. There's no place where you feel like you can, relate with people, have someone understand where you're coming from, have somebody care where you're coming from, and have somebody try to understand you as a person, or someone who you can explain your thoughts, kind of like a book. You're info dumping your emotions and your thoughts, and the person is actually listening, and it's not like you going to a psychiatrist and having to pay like $400 an hour just to get somebody to sit down. To be honest, that's really crazy that mess is so expensive. I always think about that, and then I think about how like medical attention is so expensive. Like going to the hospital to keep yourself healthy is hella expensive. You know, I always think that's really crazy. The camera ain't moving now. Good luck. Good luck now. Um, but yeah, just things of that nature, and it doesn't matter like if you a guy, you a woman, whoever you is. It don't matter what your and I always say it don't matter what your sexual orientation is. It don't matter what how old you is, as long as you over 18. Um, it doesn't matter. It's just we all want someone that we can express ourselves around, and you just feel like you can vibe with a person. It's also the idea of just having someone who's listening, who's not gonna keep interrupting. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool for people to like ask questions about your life, but one thing I have noticed is getting older is that people interrupt more, or maybe I just notice it more. But it feels like people interrupt you more, and they're very judgy more, or they're trying to tell you what you should do instead of just being quiet and just listening a little bit, and trying to kind of understand what you're talking about. You know, I mean, I remember, and I still have one friend. I talked to him recently. I want to say like 2 months ago, but I got a freaking new phone, so I don't remember his number. And I couldn't even, how my phone broke, I couldn't remember the numbers. I should have wrote them down somewhere. One of my friends was like, "You should have backed all that stuff up." He right, I should have. But you don't think about that stuff until it happens. Sometimes you don't sit there and have like this contingency plan like Batman in the back of your mind. You're not gonna think that you're gonna break your phone to where you can't get into the phone and you gotta buy a new phone. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's like with my friend, it's like this is kind of how I want it to be, low key, and I know this is kind of how other people want it to be, even if they don't admit it. You want someone that you could sit there and talk to for like 6 hours, and it feels like it's only been like 20 minutes, but the conversation is that good. You know what I'm saying? Because it naturally flows really nicely. You know, that's what most people want. A naturally nice flowing conversation, and it's just a lot, and you just enjoy it. There's no hate in the conversation. There's no negativity in the conversation. And the conversation could just be like, how is your life going? And people genuinely listen. But at the same time, as an individual, you actually share and you tell the person how your life is actually going. And we just don't have a lot of people that really be doing that. And that's why I really want, and I haven't gotten no views yet on none of my videos or nothing, but I really do want for the, even if I get like 5 people that like comment below and just tell me what they're going through, I want people to do that because I'm really genuinely interested in that stuff, believe it or not. It's always interesting and kind of fun to just talk to, a variety of people and kind of just, get to see how their mind works and, have conversations with them and stuff like that. But I know that like on YouTube, if you're really trying to get big on YouTube and do that, you have to put out like a million videos. Like that's just how it is, you know. And I also realized a while back, I was like, I want to share my talents. I don't want to be holding myself back because I feel like as people, we do that a lot. We hold ourselves back. Like you have all this talent, but you hold yourself back. You have all these different things, ideas and conversations that you can share with people, but you hold back, and you're always kind of like, as people, we hide a lot of things. I don't want to hide things. I want people to kind of get a look into my brain. And hopefully they share, what they be going through, just like I share what I be going through. You know, um, I'm gonna upload an old video, and it was me talking about like, my battle with extreme loneliness. I remember that video isn't necessarily like a depression or nothing. I didn't go through a depression at that time, but it was like a time when I was just kind of talking about how when I was in college, I just went through this like extreme loneliness. It was crazy. Like now I'm an adult, like an adult. I'm 27, so it's like it's different now. I don't feel alone like I did back then. When you're a teenager around 19 to young adult 20, it's a little different. It's like those are the times where you feel like you shouldn't be alone, but sometimes those are the times when you're really alone. Is when you're younger sometimes. Um, and I'm talking about when I was in college, because at that time I was still like going to my cousins or whatever. When I was like 19, I like go to my cousins, during the summertime and stuff like that. But in college, I was alone, and that was a really big epidemic. There was a lot of dudes that would hang out by themselves alone. I remember me and one of my friends, we went to this club. I went to a HBCU, so we went to this little like club that was happening on the third floor, and it was just like a man talk. It was just all the men were sitting in these chairs in this room, and we were kind of just talking about just being in college and our college life and how we handle it. And they were kind of talking about how, as dudes, we might join one club and that's it. And then after the club, we go home, or we go to our classes, and then we just go home. Home meaning our dorm room. Um, Sometimes the dorm was felt like little apartments, but that was kind of just how dudes would do it. You go to class and you just go back to your dorm, and that's it. You might play comedians, because I used to hear a lot of, when you're at a black college, you hear a lot of dudes playing comedians. I used to hear people listening to Cat Williams, listening to Patrice O'Neal, listening to Cedric the Entertainer, listening to Eddie Murphy. My suite mates used to listen to a lot of comedians, and I could just hear it straight through the door. Like every dude was doing that kind of stuff. And it was just interesting because they were talking about that, and then they were talking about women and how with women, it's different. Like women will join 5 or 6 clubs to keep themselves, really occupied, but guys don't do that. Guys are like, I don't want to be a part of 6 clubs. So it's like, dudes might join one club, and that's it. And I just thought that was really interesting because it was basically just, them giving us a look into the social life of men. Because socially, a lot of the time, men don't have a lot of friends. And if they do, they're not real friends. It's like you hang out with them for 30 seconds, or 40 seconds, and then you dip, you know. And honestly, you know what's interesting? Just some things I've noticed is that both men and women don't really have real friends to begin with. Men, it's like when I see men friendships, not all men, because there are some men who have genuinely good male friendships with one another, but I notice a lot of the time, especially in the black community, it's like a lot of dudes will hang out and and do a similar task together, but they're not really friends. Meaning they might all play basketball together, but they're not necessarily friends. It's more like a show offy thing that they're doing. Does that make sense? Or they might play for money. So it's like they playing the same thing, like they enjoy the competition with each other, but it's not necessarily like they're really friends with each other. It's more of like they either doing it for money or they're doing it to show off to prove that they're the best at it. And that could be basketball, video games, pretty much anything you can think of. It's more of like the dudes are not necessarily cool with each other. They just enjoy having the same thing in common that they do with each other. You know what I'm saying? So like a dude might hang out with dudes. It's like, we might hang out with this guy because it's like, okay, I like Pokemon, you like Pokemon. So we hanging out because of that. But in reality, like when we actually sit down and talk to each other, we don't really like each other as human beings. And that was something I noticed when I was young. When I was like a really, really young kid, from like age of like, I want to say 6 up until like 15, 16, I went through that realization of like, yeah, like dudes ain't even really friends. And the thing is too, is dudes clown each other all day. And some dudes might be like, oh, we just be playing. Nah, some dudes really be bullying you, bro. Some dudes are not friends with each other. They just bully the hell out of each other. They might act like they friends, but they ain't really friends. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, to me, a real friend ain't about to sit there and be clowning you and bullying you all day. That's not normal, bro. You know, even though we're told by other dudes that that's normal, that's not really normal. Like, you need actual friends, not just niggas who are just going to clown you all day and motherfuckers you can't trust. You get what I'm saying? So that's something I noticed personally. And I think about that constantly. I'm like, as men, we need actual friends. We need, dudes who genuinely, are our friends. The same thing with women. I've noticed a lot of women don't really have real friends either. It's more like women are constantly competing with one another, to prove, who's the cutest, who can get the most dudes to fall in love with them, stuff like that. And they always clowning each other, fist fighting each other too. It's funny because we never talk about that, but women be fist fighting each other too and be cussing each other out too. It ain't just just guys who do that. Cause I remember that back when I was younger, chicks would sit there and clown the hell out of each other. You know, but it's like a lot of fake friendships. But I do remember when I was 15, 16, it was like, how do I explain it? It was like I enjoyed hanging out with people when I was 15, 16. Even though there were times where it was like there was still drama back then. Like I don't want to make it seem like it was paradise back then. It was like, nah, niggas try to used to disrespect me and try to clown me and all that stuff back then. Because everybody deals with bullies and shit. Bullies deal with bullies. A lot of bullies, got bullied by their older brothers and whatnot. But it was like when I was 15, I had a lot of friends. And sometimes they was cool to ride with, but they still would start drama off of like dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember that all the time. But I always try to like ignore the bad times. Not necessarily ignore, but not dwell on the bad times and just look at some of the good times. You know, like I'm a brother who I always think, okay, I think about like one of my homies, he was this Mexican dude who used to listen to music all the time. And we used to listen to the same music. Like me and him both used to listen to pretty much anything you could think of, like 80s rap music, 90s rap music, 2000s rap music, R&B songs. Like we used to put each other on. I remember I put him on the Big L, the rapper, rest in peace. I remember I put him on the Big L's freestyles, and he put me on to who did he put me on to? I remember there was like a song that Tyga had that was like it had Tyga. It was called Dope, and it had Tyga and Rick Ross, and it was like they took deep cover from Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, and they like made their own version of that song. I'm pretty sure he showed me that song because he used to love Tyga, and when I was young, we used to love Tyga. We used to always listen to Tyga all the time for some reason. Um, yeah, Tyga was just a nigga that we listened to, and that was my homie. That was my boy, bro. He was the perfect example of what a friend should be. Bro would let you talk. He would let you finish talking. When you done, he'd give you his opinion. After he was done, you gave your opinion. It was like it always flowed. He was a master of conversation because it always flowed extremely well. There was no talking over you and all. He always was respectful and always listened. He was a friend I was talking about earlier. Me and him, bro, used to talk on the phone all day, bro. Me and him used to hang out at school all day. When I tell you this man was literally my best friend when I was a sophomore in high school. That was my best friend. I freaking love that nigga, bro. I still love that nigga. And he doing good. He married now and everything. He doing great. Um, and it was good to find out that he found him a girl because he was always extremely respectful to women. You know, he was a kind dude. Always had good energy. You know, I always looked at him as the type of dude that deserves women. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't like a nice guy. He was a genuinely good dude. You know. So I was just glad to hear that he had got married and him and his girl was doing good and everything. It was good to hear. But you know, he's a vibe. But I also realized too, like, once you get older, like, people ain't really got time to sit there and talk to you and do all that shit no more. You know, everybody around my age got kids that are like 5, 6 years old. You know, they married probably. You know, they got their own place. They trying to pay the mortgage and all that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said earlier, like, if you are on the internet, you feel alone. You feel like you have nobody to talk to. You feel like nobody understands you. You feel like nobody listens to you. You feel like nobody validates your feelings. You feel like nobody is friendly to you. You have no friends. You have nobody to talk to. Talk to me. I'll talk to you. Like, real talk. Whether you a man, you a woman, like, I don't care, bro. If you just need somebody to talk to, I got you. And I'm gonna do just like Will Smith and I Am Legend. I can provide food. I can provide shelter. I'm messing with y'all, but nah, for real, like, if you ain't got nobody to talk to, you can talk to me, bro. I'll talk to you. And like I said, I'm gonna try to make like lots of videos on, just on like curing depression. I want to do motivational videos, um, for all races too. I want to do it for all races. I just want it to be a channel you come on and you're like, this is a good ass channel. Like, you could just sit here and listen to it all day, all night, and you feel like you really got somebody that like you can listen to and vibe to and relax to. That's how I want my channel to be. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to put you guys on to like what I've been doing lately with my channel. I've been really analyzing lots of different channels that make me feel good, and I've been trying to see how I can, you know, kind of take a little bit of all their channels and put it into one. It's a lot of work still, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a while before I have a channel where it's like every video helps you relax, you know? Because there's one YouTuber I watch all the time. He has like 5K videos, and I swear, any video you turn on from him is just chill and relaxing and just easy to listen to because he's so good at flowing and good at expressing himself and talking. So it's like he could be talking about eating like a burrito and it just sounds nice because he's just good at flowing. So I want mine to be like that. I want to be like one of those type of people where it's like I put my stuff on and it's just like I'm flowing and you just listen and you like, this chill as hell. You know, that's how I want my channel to be. It's chill, constantly flowing. You constantly got something to watch. You don't feel like you're bored. And I want to make a video on pretty much anything and everything you can make a video on. Like I said, I'm going to start doing like reaction videos and giving my opinions on certain topics because I've watched a couple of channels where they do like current events and they just do random topics and random videos, reactions to like, you know, random videos and weird videos and, you know, whatever's popping at the time. So I want to do stuff like that, but I also want to do like motivational videos. Like I want to have like a video where it's like, you know, me making like a motivational video for black women or motivational video for Latino women. Like I want to do stuff like that. I want it to be like, you listen to this channel, you like, this is a good ass channel. You know, it is what it is. Because everybody has insecurities, and everybody wants someone they can listen to and vibe with and be like, damn, this is a good channel. I love this channel. This dude has really good energy constantly. And that's how I want mine to be. I want my channel to be relaxing, good energy. You don't get mad when you're listening to my videos. I want it to be like there's no ads on the video, so it's like you can just watch it right away. That's how I want it to be. And even if I get like a cold following of like even 1,000 followers would be fire. I would be happy with that because to me that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? If there's 1,000 of y'all watching me, and it's like all 1,000 of y'all watching me, that'd be perfect. So yeah. So that's just this video, and I just want to put you guys onto like my ideas or whatever. Um, where's my little? Oh no. But yeah, I want the videos to feel chill though. I don't want it to feel like some annoying shit. Cause let me tell you how I want it. I want it to be like, you could turn my videos on when you know, on your ride home from work. You can turn my videos on, or when you're on a long ride somewhere, you can turn my videos on and just vibe and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I want my videos to be like that. It's like, or if you just up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you could just watch my videos for like 2 or 3 hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I want my channel to be. It'd be like, oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna turn on some low-key Sule. He got some chill videos. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be like that. That's why I want some of my videos to not be like, I'm gonna make scripted videos, but I want most of my videos to not be scripted. So I can, for one, so I can naturally get better at speaking again. Because I used to be very good at speaking when I was like 18. I used to be like beautiful at speaking, but like I said in another video, I've had brain fog for years now for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I've had that like crazy brain fog. But I want you guys to be able to have like, you know, multiple videos to listen to, and you just, like I said, you get a clear understanding of how my mind works, and you have somebody that you can talk to. Like, you can talk to me in the comment section, I'll talk to you back, and you feel the good energy. Like, you might be like, oh, I love this video saved my life. I would love to hear that, bro. It would feel so good to hear some of you guys talking about my videos saving your lives and stuff like that. That's why I want to do like really serious videos and try to help, you know, like how to cure anxiety, how to, you know, deal with your suicidal thoughts, stuff like that. So that's all I really have to say for this video. It's already hella long. You know, I'll be yapping. But like I said, I want to be a master at that, so y'all really enjoy what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys' night is going good. Peace and blessings. Take care. Love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, and like I said, tell me how y'all feeling tonight. You know, tell me how your day is going. Whatever you feel like sharing. You ain't gotta share too much. You know, but don't share too little. You know, tell a brother some stuff. Whenever you find this video, because you might find this video a year from now. But thank y'all for listening, and I'm willing to listen. Peace and blessings. And there's going to be a whole bunch of videos coming on that I'm going to be putting up. So hope you guys are watching. Find something that you enjoy watching. I really want to do, and I might do these tomorrow, but I really want to do a new segment called Stand Up From My Room, where I'm just doing funny ass videos, bro. Me just acting like a literal comedian, you know. But I might do that, you know, tomorrow morning. I'm thinking about that. And I want to like naturally do it without like, you feel me, without without a script. So we're gonna see how that'll go. You know, I like freestyling my stuff. It's kind of fun. And it lets you listen and hear what you're actually saying and seeing if what you're saying is actually making some type of sense. But yeah, hope you guys have a good night. Love you. Take care. Oh, I forgot. Take a virtual hug. Hey.